Believe Nation, we're doing it. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday is normally project day for me. I'm a little bit work light mode because I'm spending 5 hours a day with my son because he's on spring break. So 5 hours like during the work day. So I'm still been doing some work and we're still going live with you guys. I'm excited to have, I think Yuko's coming in for one-on-one. It's going to be super fun. There she is. Oh, Yuko says unable to join. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Yuko, I sent the invite. Happy Wednesday. Oh, I hear her, but I can't see her.
How? You can hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. I'm looking at myself. Oh,
there you go.
There she is. Hello.
Hi, Evan.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy
So
Wednesday.
Yuko's been a part of Movement Makers for 1 year now, which is crazy.
Time flies.
I know, right? It's crazy. And so as a bonus, we're doing a special extra one-on-one together. So
Thank
here we
you
are.
so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Evan.
Yeah, how you doing? How can I help? What's on your mind?
Okay, so I've been doing IG lives, and then I've done it to what is that? How do I say? Online. I forgot. Not the Zoom meetings, like
Okay.
webinar too, right? I've done
Okay.
it because you suggest to. I tried it, and then I realized that. I mean, it just thinks. Well, okay, I get to straight. I do IG lives and I do those seminars. I find I cannot get the words. I cannot focus what I want to let people know. I'm
Okay.
still struggling. For example, say IG live. When I do by myself, I want to finish between 15 and 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then it's sometimes I sounded like a broken record because I keep saying same things over and over because I
Okay.
feel like I couldn't explain enough,
Okay.
right? Or using too much filler words. So it feels like, oh, let the people know what I wanted to, did I send a message to people? Still have a doubt. So what is the formula? Like when I do IG lives, like first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like if you just help me out, I'll be very
Yeah.
happy.
Well, listen, first off, you've gotten so much better
Thank you.
over
Really?
I mean, I
Oh my
remember when you
God.
first walked into my dance studio and you brought the butter tarts,
Butter tarts, yes.
and then we had the challenge of go to Union Station and post a video, and you found the woman and you did the whole backpack thing, and how that wasn't even Instagram, that was a Twitter video that you were doing at the time, and just how nervous you were to make anything. So it's great. You've come so far. And I mean, and I love the English ones. I've seen a couple of the Japanese ones, even though I don't understand what you're saying. But it's fun to watch you do your thing. So, step one is just recognize that you. Can you imagine what you're doing? Like, go back to Yuko 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna have this show. I'm gonna be on Instagram. We're gonna be going live multiple times." How often are you going live right now?
Almost every day, except for Saturday.
Could you imagine 3 years ago that you'd be going live every day talking to people?
No, not at all.
Right? So listen, as much as it's like, yes, we want to learn and we want to get better, we want to continue to improve and grow. And at the same time, holy cow, like, hey, congratulations on
Thank you.
coming this far and all of the learning and growing and just stepping way outside your comfort zone to start doing this.
Thank you.
So just I wanted to acknowledge you for that because it's been fun watching your journey come along, and even with other movement makers, you popping in on their live streams and saying, "Hey, I'll be your first guest. I'll come in. I'll support you," which is fantastic. And again, something that Yuko 3 years ago would have been way too afraid to do, right? So that's great.
Thank you.
If you're doing it, how many of your IG lives are by yourself versus with somebody?
Recently I just do maybe 4 by myself. No, 4 or
Okay.
5 by myself, I think.
Okay.
Because it's like I start working as a hairdresser again. So it's kind
Yeah.
of hard to have like, collaboration with people. So I just do it by myself, except for Sunday, me and Tessa start doing self-care.
Okay.
So, so just, yeah, I do three English ones and two Japanese one, and
Okay.
one with Tessa. Yeah.
Well, and do you like doing them yourself, or would you rather have somebody with you? What's your preference?
I like both, actually.
Okay.
I like the chemistry. I like the energy when I talk with somebody, especially people from movement makers. And
Okay.
then
It's a good group.
it's a really good group. And then most of them, they're already ahead of me, like life coach, speakers, authors. So I can learn a lot. I realize that I started like, at movement makers. Can you help me? I don't speak good English. I need help. And then just like, yeah, I'll join, right? So I start IG Lives as I wanted to learn better Japanese. I wanted to speak better Japanese. And then turn out I realized that no, I'm not. They're not only teaching Japanese, they're also teaching be a life coach, or they're sharing their wisdoms. So I love that part. And then as I enjoy the part, I also starting to feel, you know what? I want to just speak my own. I learn from them, like so many input, good stuff. So
Hmm.
now maybe I wanted to share. So I like both actually. But when it comes to doing my own, I feel like I am not, how to say, delivering message enough. Feels like sometimes I go all over it. So yeah.
So I would, as a starting point,
Yeah.
use the template.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
use the thought leadership template. I would figure out what your opinion is. Like, what's your powerful opinion? What's the theme of this talk that you believe in, that you want people to learn and understand? Then you tell a story, your story, a client story, movie maker story, some kind of story, and then you
Okay.
give 3 bits of advice.
3. Okay.
And if your goal is to do it within 15 minutes,
15 to 20 at most. Yeah.
so if it's within the 15 to 20 minutes, what you can do is even time out how long. So by the time you get to 7 minutes,
Hmm.
you need to have finished the opinion and the story.
Okay.
And then you've got the next, 8 to whatever minutes to go through the advice.
Okay.
So you can look at the
Otherwise.
clock. Like while you're doing it, hey, I can see the clock. It's 2:08 right now, right? If I was doing it, like, oh, we're 8 minutes in mental. Okay, great. Time to now move to the advice, because
Okay.
we've talked for 8 minutes on a story,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I would write out, not the whole thing, just write out the opinion,
Hmm.
a one sentence on, not even a full sentence, just point form of what the story is going to be.
Hmm.
So if you're going to talk about, if your story is going to be about opening up your hair salon again, and there's lots of stories you can share around that. Maybe it's
Yes.
excitement to be open again. Maybe it's energy to see your clients again.
Hmm.
Maybe there's still some fear over, oh my gosh, do they have COVID, or how to protect yourself, or whatever story you want to tell. But if you were writing a sheet, I would just write down opening hair salon or
Oh,
opening back
okay.
up.
Okay.
And then you talk to that for 5 minutes. And then you have 3 bits of advice, which would just be point form.
Hmm.
And then you talk to each of them. So you're kind of guaranteed that you're moving through the flow. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we do one? Like, let's workshop one. So
I knew you were gonna say that.
what's, of course, we gotta get some action going. So
That's right. Okay.
I'm gonna write this down too.
Okay.
What's an opinion? Like, what would you want to make a video on? When's your next live stream? Today, tomorrow? When are you going live?
Tomorrow. That's gonna be in Japanese, and then Friday's English.
Okay. Well, I mean, Japanese can work too, but we can work in the English one so I
English.
can understand you.
Yeah.
Everything for your Friday session has to fit on this sticky note.
That's small.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want
use
this.
the long ones.
No, I don't want you to take a whole page, and because then it can take way too much time you spend so much time preparing,
Yeah.
and then it becomes this big deal of, oh my gosh, I need to spend 2 hours preparing for it, and then another 20 minutes going live. It takes up too much of the time, and
Yeah.
what that can end up happening is then you don't actually go live and do the thing. So this is the goal. It's got to fit.
So keep it simple.
These are the believe sticky notes, but you get your own little sticky note pad.
Okay.
So Friday? What's the theme of the show Friday? Or let's come up with a theme for Friday.
Well, I haven't thought about it. So Friday, I'm not quite sure. Today is what? What's the theme of the show on Friday? I don't know.
Well,
Okay, maybe
it may help to think with a story. Like what's happened to you recently that you want to share. Maybe it's opening the salon, maybe it's 1 year of Movement Makers and what that's meant to you, maybe you're reflecting back on how you've grown, maybe it's this conversation, talking to me, like what's happened to you that you want to share with your audience.
Okay, maybe Friday is gonna be, don't be afraid, just start now.
Okay,
the things
great.
like Movement Makers, I was so afraid to speak in English, but the Movement Makers, they helped me out, right? And then every time I was on live with Movement Makers, like Zan, Evan, Tessa, everybody, I was so scared. I was so nervous, but I just like do it anyway. So that's going to be a story.
I like it. Okay. So I'm writing it down. Okay. It says, don't be afraid. Just start now. That's the theme.
Okay.
Okay. The story is going to be Movement Makers.
Yeah.
And your goal is to get inside of 7 minutes to talk about this.
Okay.
So you have 7 minutes to talk about, and listen, 7, 8, 6, 5, like don't stress about it has to be exactly 7, but you don't want to be 15 minutes in and you're still telling the story.
Okay. So first 7 minutes, like, it's a theme and then stories.
Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid, just start anyway. And then you talk to that. What does that mean to you? And then you talk about Movement Makers as your story. So for example, I joined this group called Movement Makers and I was afraid because I was worried that all these people were ahead of me and my English wasn't very good or whatever is true. And now I've been a year there and I've grown and learned. And again, so you whatever inside that feels right to you, but I don't want you to write out the whole thing.
Okay.
It's just this. I wrote
Don't
Movement Makers.
Movement Makers.
That's
Should
it.
I write down? Should I write down?
Yes, you should write this down.
I gotta get a pen.
Good. Here we go.
Here we go.
Mark Drager in the house. Happy birthday, Mark. It's Mark Drager's birthday today, too. He's joining us on our live for his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mark. That's good.
He's going live. He's here for his birthday.
Nice.
We love Mark Drager.
Yes, we do. We do. And Movement Makers. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right.
Okay, so the first, you can write down with me. The first bullet point is don't be afraid, just start now. Okay, that's the theme.
Yep.
The second bullet point is, you can write story and then Movement Makers.
Yep.
Okay, and we want to, by 7 minutes, we got to be done. Those two things.
Okay.
So when do you go live, or is it a set time every week?
Yeah, I go 8:30.
8:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Perfect. So 8:37, we're done our story.
Oh, okay. All right.
So when you're looking at the clock, right, I see 2:14 for us now. So when you see 8:37, we're trying to wrap up the story. If you're getting close or it's already 8:37, don't be like, okay, I'm done now, and move on to that. You can wrap up the story. You still have a minute or so, whatever. But yeah, you're looking at the clock, and this is a training. Okay, perfect. So now you've got 8 to 13 minutes to give me advice. So for somebody who's afraid, the message is don't be afraid, just start now.
Okay.
What are 3 actionable pieces of advice that somebody should do? What are the three things?
Okay.
I'm asking.
Do I have? Oh, right now. I
Oh,
have
yeah. Of course, right now. That's how we roll.
Okay. So three pieces of advice.
Yeah. What
Just
should people do?
do not give yourself time, and just if you're afraid of it, just start small.
Okay.
That's one.
Start small. Okay.
Yeah, start small, and
Mhm.
then
Two.
next day, even if it's scary, and keep doing it.
Okay.
And then and do not criticize, even
Ooh,
if you're stuck.
perfect.
Yes.
Don't criticize.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you write them down?
Yeah.
So number one, start small.
Okay.
Number two, if it's scary, keep doing it.
Yep.
And number three, don't criticize.
Yep. Don't criticize yourself. Yeah. Myself.
Don't criticize, yourself. Sure, you can add that in.
Okay. It's okay.
IG Live with Angela sends, Yuko is amazing. Love her so much.
Oh, I get lots of love from Angela. She's amazing too.
We gotta love Angela. And Mark's getting a lot of love. Okay, let's not dominate the chat with Mark's birthday. Mark, we love you, okay? But this is about Yuko today.
It's important to have a birthday, though.
No. I was like, we got to give Mark a hard time every now and then, especially on his birthday. Okay, so did you write it down?
Yes, I did.
Look, so Itea Designs is saying, don't criticize. Wow, look at that. Okay, so here, that's your Friday show.
That's my Friday show. Okay.
Right?
All right.
So you should be able to speak to all of these, right? So at the top, don't be afraid, just start now. So that's what you say when you first come on. You talk about your Movement Makers experience. That takes you 7 minutes all in. Mm-hmm. And then you transition to advice. It's like, okay, so how do you actually do it? How do you actually stop being afraid and just start? I've got 3 things to help you with. Number one, start small.
Yeah.
And then inside the start small, you can tell me how to do it. Like, take me deeper into it. What does that mean? What's an easy first step for me to start small? Mm-hmm. What did you do? If the story's about Movement Makers, what did you do about starting small?
Okay.
Number 2, right? Mm-hmm. If it's scary, keep doing it.
Okay.
What were you afraid of? Right? So for each one, you talk to it. You don't have to have it all memorized. And this is a great 15 to 20 minute show. Okay. And you can do that. You can come up with this in 5 minutes with practice, right? Well, we did it in not that how long. I don't know how long it took us to make this, but this was all you. I'm just asking questions. You ask yourself the same question. What's your opinion? What's your story? What's your 3 bits of advice? Your 5 points, and then write it down. But you can get this down to 5 minutes or even less. Okay. So that your preparation for your next show becomes really quick.
And then how do I end of it?
What do you want people to do? What's the call to action? Do you want them to, do you have is this like practice for you? Do you want to coach people? Do you want people to tune in tomorrow? Like, what do you want them to do as the next action?
Well, my next actions, I want people to take an action at the same time. I mean, so maybe should I ask them, give a, YouTube video, like, like you always say, like you can just do it like, this is the 3 action you can take from now, tomorrow, Believe Nation, you at the end, right? You have those videos. Yeah. So should I just give them some homework or some actions, something to, or I can advertise my own too.
Yeah, I mean, like the homework is in the 3 steps. Start small, scary, keep doing it. Don't criticize yourself.
Homework. Okay.
That's their takeaway. That's the action. You want to try to make that specific and actionable, that I can do something with it. Is there anything you want them to do for you? Do you want them to comment below? Do you want them to, you don't have a course or anything out yet that you're trying to promote or sell.
Not yet, but I've been offering free coaching sessions.
Okay.
So maybe I've
Great.
been trying to send a message, but my message is still a little bit of mess. I still have a question. What is it about? What is this? And so it means I'm not probably delivering good enough yet.
Well, so that's how you end it. It's like, hey, if this resonated with you and you need help with any of these three things,
Oh, okay.
I do free coaching sessions. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'd love to hop on a call with you.
Okay.
DM me.
So I can finish that end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the formula.
Okay. We're going to do another one and we're going to time it.
What?
I'm going to get a timer out. We're going to do another one.
What? What are another ones?
We're going to do another one of these, another outline.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to time this one just to see. Okay, I'm going to go load my computer and I'm going to find a timer. I'd normally use my phone, but...
Oh my gosh. You're making me nervous, Evan.
That's good. Okay. It's a stopwatch. Okay, look, I'm on Google stopwatch. Okay, can you see that? Okay, it says
Yes,
zero.
I can see that.
And don't stress out, right? If it takes like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to start and
what should I do?
go.
What should I do?
Okay, same thing. So opinion. What's your opinion? What's the Monday show? Let's talk about your Monday show.
Monday?
What's your
You mean
Monday
Friday? It's the one I'm going to talk next?
Yeah, after Friday. Monday's your next one, right?
Next? Oh, okay.
One more opinion.
One more opinion. Don't be afraid. That's a Friday. So another one is going to be just... Oh, no. I didn't expect that.
This is great. This is it. We're helping you do it. Now you got two shows, and we're giving you the process.
All right. The Monday is, don't be afraid. And then you trust yourself.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Trust yourself.
Yes.
Perfect. What's the story?
Trust. Yeah.
What's the story that you're going to tell? I don't need the whole story, but just what's the theme of the story?
Seeing the stories is because I've wasted so much, I've wasted so much time and story because I didn't trust myself. And then I didn't believe myself.
Okay. So
struggling.
Where did you feel like you wasted the most time?
Coaching and speaking. Speaker.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to write wasted time and then coaching.
Yeah, coaching.
And speaking.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So trust yourself. This is the theme, your message, wasted time, coaching, speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 bits of advice. How do I learn to trust myself more? What's my actionable advice?
Actionable advice is
number 1.
When I feel fear, when I starting to feel somebody's judging me, do it anyway.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, that's how I respond.
Feel the fear.
Feel the fear.
And do it. I like it.
Fear. Okay. Yeah.
People saying it's pretty awesome. They love it. Great topic, Yuko. They love this. This is great.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 1 is feel the fear, do it. What's number 2? How do I trust myself more? What else do I have to do to trust myself more?
What I have to do is trust myself. What I have to do to trust myself. Feel the fear and do it. And then I would post it. How do I say? I don't want to keep it to myself. When I do something, take actions. And then make sure, what is it called? I'm going to post it maybe, not maybe, stories, Instagram stories. Just kind of make it in public.
Okay. So
that way I'm going to just put myself in the situations.
So what do you want to call it? You said, don't keep it to yourself, make it public. What do you want to call that bit of advice?
Be brave. I don't know.
Okay. Be brave.
Something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's number 3?
Number 3. And after that, after be brave, what's number 3? I don't know.
How else can I trust myself?
How? How else?
So I'm going to feel the fear and do it. I have to be brave and post it public. What else do I have to do to trust myself?
Okay, I would do it just telling myself instead of criticizing myself. I tell myself, "Good job." So how
All
do I
right.
say that? How do I say that?
I like it. Tell yourself, good
Yeah.
job.
Okay. That's all?
That's it. Well, and then you talk about what that
Simple.
means. Okay.
Okay.
We got our points right here. Let's go check
Yeah.
on our time. Look. 4 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yay!
That took 4 minutes.
That's all? Oh
That's
my
it.
gosh.
You have your
I
outline.
thank you, Evan.
Here's
I'm
our
wasted my
Friday
time.
show.
Yep.
Here's our Monday show.
I do.
And you keep doing it.
Geez, thank you so much. So this is how I do it. Oh my gosh, you're a good coach.
Well, hey, I'm just asking the questions that you need to ask yourself, right? Just those 5 things. What's my theme? What's my story?
Mm-hmm.
And what are my 3 bits of advice that I'm going to share? So you get those 5 things. And again, it can fit on a, I still have room. Like this whole top of the sticky pad is empty. This is empty. And I would just honestly just put the sticky pad like right next to you or
Okay.
right down here. And then in between, you look at it and say, okay, so step number 1, feel the fear and do it. And then you just talk to it. So now you have some structure so you don't feel like you started this whole thing saying you feel like a broken record and you're saying the same thing over and over again and there's no clarity. So this gives you the structure and clarity so that you're not repeating yourself. And it only takes 4 minutes. I thought it would take longer. I said 5.
Me too.
You got 4 and you've only done it twice. With more practice and repetition, you'll get that down to 60 seconds or 90 seconds and just be able to bang it out.
It's amazing. Okay, I've read your book, of
Mm-hmm.
course, right? Built to Serve. And then I understood, like by just reading it, but now I am understanding even better by you telling me to do it, helping me, coaching me to do it too. Yeah. It's amazing.
You got it.
I got
It's
it.
happening.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to the show. So Friday is don't be afraid, just start now. The weekend's going to be with Tess. And Monday's back in English or Monday's Japanese?
Monday's English.
Monday's back. So Tuesday, Thursday's Japanese.
Tuesday and Thursday Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. So Mondays and then perfect. I love it. You got it. Yuko, you're amazing. We love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the fun. Happy 1-year anniversary, and we'll see you next week in Movement Makers again.
Yes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Much love, Yuko.
Thank you. And thank
Take
you,
care.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Evan. Bye.